Hey everybody, it's Anthony again. I am back with another vlog. Sorry it's been a couple days, but had to do some homework and stuff. So, interesting enough, if you guys are joining for the first time, I am Anthony, and I'm doing 1001 albums I must hear before I die, according to this book. And this was like compiled by a bunch of music critics and stuff, and essentially I'm doing this project because I needed something that was like fun and lighthearted and easy to do to kind of like get rid of a really busy schedule. So today's album is the Louvin Brothers' Tragic Songs of Life. And if you don't know me, then you don't know that I don't like country music. So this is one of the interesting things that's going to happen with this project I'm doing, is that if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to do it the right way, and I'm going to listen to every album, I don't really have a choice. I have to listen to everything, right? I have to listen to every album in here, regardless of how I feel. And so I actually wanted to wait until I read this passage from this vlog for this album until after I listened and until I recorded the vlog. So before I review the album, the passage that's in here from the book says, "You don't have to be mad, murderous, drunken, driven, lonesome, ornery, or blue to sing country music, but it sure helps. Ira Louvin wasn't all of the above, but he was something. Emerging in the 1940s, Charlie and Ira Louvin slotted neatly into the country music tradition of close harmony, brother duet singing, following in the footsteps of the Delmore brothers and acting as an early template of the Everly brothers. This, their first full album, remains one of the country's essential bedrock releases. Charlie's baritone and Ira's pure high tenor trade and fuse with lifting style and beauteous grace. It is gospel-fired bluegrass shot straight from the heart." Yeah, agree with all of those things. So while I don't typically like country music, I do like old country music. Like I've always found Willie Nelson's music to be something I can listen to. Doesn't necessarily, I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to it. I've always liked Johnny Cash. And so listening to this album, I actually did it while I was writing an essay for school, and I found myself enjoying it quite a bit, honestly. Like, I really enjoyed quite a bit of it. The song Kentucky, I really enjoyed a lot. It's very bluegrass feeling, and if I'm going to listen to music, I'm going to listen to bluegrass. That's something that I enjoy, and I always have. I like rockabilly too, and so this is another one of those things that's interesting. Is like we've now transitioned from Sinatra to Elvis, and now into the Louvin brothers. And the Elvis to Louvin brothers transition is one that makes complete sense. Like, absolutely, it makes sense. You'd go from Elvis Presley to country, right? Because Elvis did have country music. He did some country music, and so that makes sense. Everything on this album, I will say, like, the nice thing about country is it's pretty easy listening. Like, this old 1950s, even early 60s country is, like, rhythmic, right? Like, I feel like all of them has a chunk, 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 chunk. And a familiar style that I heard was, like this passage said, was a high tenor voice with a baritone voice, and how well they mesh. And so it kind of makes like a twang type sound. And I guess I realize with this album, I don't necessarily dislike all country. I think I just dislike pop country. So that's something new, and that's something I think that I was going to find out during this whole trip down the line of all these albums. Is like, I'm going to get to go back and listen to these albums, and then let's find out what I think, right? Like, do I have a preconceived notion that I just don't want to like something? Or is it that I truly don't like it? And so for me, going into this, I was like, man, I'm not going to enjoy this. It's going to be 35 minutes of hell. Wasn't. It was good. It's just fine. Had no issues with it whatsoever. Really actually enjoyed this album quite a bit. Probably will listen to it again, honestly. I liked this album significantly more than Elvis Presley's self-titled album. And I totally get why this album is on this list as well, which is something to say, I guess. Like, I guess three albums in, and, you know, 3 check marks from me, because they're all good. They're all good in their own ways. They're all good in different ways. Like Elvis, I understand the Elvis album was on there because it's Elvis Presley. He's one of the most well-known artists of all time, and that was his first album. So that's something, as a music lover, you probably need to hear at least once. This is different. Like, I would actually recommend that if you are someone that doesn't like country music, or you don't think that you do, or maybe even if you do like country music, or like maybe if you don't exactly know what it is exactly that you like, then I think you should listen to this. I think you should check it out. I think that Knoxville Girl, Katie Deer, and Kentucky were probably my favorite songs on the album. I really liked Kentucky quite a bit. What I will tell you is I had to go to YouTube to listen to this, ironically, as we're on YouTube here. So you're probably not going to find this album on Spotify. I had to go searching for this for a little bit before I got to it. But yeah, overall, good album. So that's the end of this vlog. It's a shorter one. This is a shorter album. For me, like everything, the rhythm and stuff of the music was, it was very nice. It was very lighthearted, but a lot of the songs did feel the same, and the lyrics didn't do anything for me. So this is going to be one of my shorter vlogs because while I enjoyed it, it didn't speak to me in a way that I can speak to you about it. And sometimes on these vlogs, I think it's just going to go that way. Like, I'm not necessarily always going to have a ton to say about the album, so I apologize for that. And if I run into an album I don't have a lot to say, I'm still doing a vlog, but it just might be a very short one. So, next album I'm going to be listening to is Louis Prima's The Wildest. This is from 1956. Never listened to Louis Prima either, so now we're looking at another 32 minutes of something I've never heard, so I'm pretty excited about this. But this is jazz, and this is kind of my thing, so really excited about that. Getting back into some jazz and some rock is going to be where I'm really going to be pretty happy with this project. So I will probably listen to that album right after I get done here, and once I get this video uploaded. So if you like this, if you're enjoying this, please make sure to hit that red subscribe button right below here. Hit like, hit share, share that with your friends, and yeah, I would love to have you guys join me as I listen to 1001 albums before I die, and I will hear them all, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many albums I can get out of the way, even if I can only get one in a week. It's going to happen. So thank you for joining me on this journey. If you haven't already, go back and listen to the other ones. We've already done Frank Sinatra's A Wee Little, in the wee small hours of the morning. We've done Elvis Presley's Elvis Presley, and now the Louvin Brothers' Tragic Songs of Life. I'm not going to be able to eventually run back through all the albums I've listened to, but I will tell you that so far this is one of my better book purchases, and it was only about $25 on Amazon. So I would go to Amazon.com, look for 1001 albums you should hear before you die, and check it out. But anyway, that is it for me. I will be back with the next installment soon. Have a good one, guys.